Hey there, CJA Math Scholars. Tonight I'm going to help you out with homework 1.4, AIMSweb number 1, and guess what? I'm going to do all the problems. Yes, so your paper should look exactly like this video when I come back and see it and grade it and give it back to you on Tuesday. If not, it means you were being lazy and you didn't want to watch the whole video. All right, problem number 1, straight addition. So 11, carry the 1, we get 8, nope, Mr. Mason already made a mistake, sorry. 11, carry the 1, you get 9. Put your decimal down, 8.91. The reason why I'm doing all problems on the AIMSweb tonight is you will see this constantly. You will use this video as a reference from here on out. You can use your multiplication chart on number 2 to do 15 times 6, or you can do it the long way. 6 times 5 is 30, carry your 3. 6 times 1 plus 3, 9, 90. Here, plug in. Mr. Mason, do I have to draw that arrow? Yes, you do. 3 minus 2 becomes equal to 1. Lowest terms, that means I need to divide. I need to simplify these fractions, divide them both by 3, I get 1/2. Right? Number 5, I could use my multiplication chart or I could do it the long way. Let's just do it the long way. 0, 6, lay an egg. 0, 1, add them up. 0, 6, 1. Check your paper, it should look exactly like mine right now. 6, plug it in. Oh, these problems seem familiar. Oh, they were our daily quiz yesterday. Haha. Number 7, I have to borrow when subtracting here. So change that to a 6, that to a 14. So we got 9, 0, 1. Multiply. 24. So put down the 4, carry the 2. 8 plus 2, 10. Number 9, again, plug in. So 1 plus 7 is 8. Number 10, lowest terms. I can divide them both by 3 again. It's the biggest number they have in common. So equal to 1/7. Again, plug in here. 6 plus 1, 7. Lowest terms. The biggest number that these guys have in common happens to be 2. They're both even numbers. This is the biggest number they have in common, though. So 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5/13. Number 13, when I add fractions that have like denominators, I just basically add the numerators across. So 19 plus 18 happens to be 37. So I say 37, and I keep the denominator over 71. Yes, your number 13 should look exactly like that. Convert number 14 to a fraction. I just ask myself, okay, well that 7's in the hundredths place. So to convert it to a fraction, I just say 47/100, because that was the hundredths place. Number 15, when I'm subtracting fractions with like denominators, I just subtract across. So 18 minus 16 gives me 2, and I keep the denominator, 2/23. Write the fraction in the lowest terms. We have 38 and we have 6. Can't divide 38 by 3, can't divide it by 6, so it must be 2. Divide by 2, divide by 2, I get 3/19. Number 17 is exactly like number 13, so I'm going to keep my like denominators, right? Maybe just put it down there right away. Sorry, that is a fraction line. And then I do 19 plus 15 off to the side. 14, carry the 1, 34. 34/43. Number 18 is multiplication. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 4 is 20. Carry the 2. 5 times 5 is 25 plus 2, 27. So you put down, lay your egg. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 5 is 10. We actually write it out that time. Add them up. 5, 2, 7 plus 8 is 15. Carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 1 plus nothing. 13,525. Number 19 is exactly like number 15. So like denominators, so I'm going to keep my denominator the exact same, and then I'm just going to do 15 minus 11, which is 4. Number 20, I'm going to convert to my decimal. I'm going to look at reference sheet. And I'm going to look at the tenths. Right? The tenths should be easy. When I look at my reference sheet, I should figure out that this is 0.8. Another way to do it is say, hey, 10 goes into 8. Oh, it doesn't. So I put decimal, decimal, 0. 10 goes into 80. Oh, 0.8 times. That's how I get 0.8 if I don't have my tenths memorized. Backside. 21 is multiplication, so 2 times 0 is 0. 8 8. Lay an egg. 0, 4, 4. Add them up. 0, 8, 12, carry 5. I have different denominators this time, so I cannot just add across and keep the denominator. I have to find common denominators. So this 22, I have to multiply by 2. The reason I multiply by 2 is because I'm trying to get this 22 to be like 44. How do I do that? Multiply by 2. So now I have 2 times 11, which is 22 over 44, plus 9 over 44. And now, look, I have common denominators, so I can say, what is 22 plus 9? Get 11 there, I get 31. So 31 over 44 is your answer. Number 23, remember when you do decimals, you need to line up your decimals. So subtract 0.6, fill in a 0. So 6 minus 0 is 6, 7 minus 6 is 1, decimal 0, so 0.16. Number 24, I am dividing. Now ask yourself, 54 can't go into 3, 54 can't go into 7, 54, 378. Man, I don't know my 54s, but guess what? I know some number times 4 is going to give me 8. Let's think about that carefully. Oh, 7 times 4 is 28. Maybe it goes in there 7 times. Let's find out. 7 times 4 is 28. Carry your 2. 7 times 5 is 35 plus 2. Look at that. It went in there 7 times. We didn't need a calculator. 25. Make sure you line up your decimals. 0.30. 9 plus 0 is 9. 4 plus 3 is 7. Decimal 0.79. These are negatives. We have not yet talked about negatives, so you may skip if you'd like. If you feel like you can get it, go ahead and copy this down. So negative 2 looks like this, negative, negative. Negative 4 looks like this, negative, 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 negative. How many negatives do I have altogether? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Negative 6. Okay, we will talk about those in more detail later on this year. Add up your decimals. We line them up. Put a 0 in there. We have 2, 11, carry it. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 5 is 8, 12. Convert this to a decimal. So just like we did on the front side, 6 goes into 3. 6 can't go into 3, so we put decimal, decimal, 0. 6 goes into 30, 5 times. Left off a 0. My answer. There's my answer, 0.5. All right, let's do 29. So I have negative, negative. I have plus, 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 plus. 6 pluses to represent positive 6. The negatives and pluses cancel out. See ya, see ya. What am I left with? 1, 2, 3, 4 pluses. Positive 4 is my answer. Number 30, pay very close attention. First, change this to a decimal. We'll talk about percents to decimals later on this year. But first, change it to a decimal by swooping twice to the left. Then multiply. 80 times 0.60. Make sure everything's nice and lined up. So 0, 0, lay an egg. 6 times 0, 0. 6 times 8 is 48. Add it up. 0, 0, 8, 4. That's not your answer. You had 2 decimals here, so you need to swoop 2 times here. Once, twice. 48.00 is your answer. Number 31. Just like before on the front side, this is in the hundredths place. So because it's in the hundredths place, we're going to do 71 over 100. Number 32, line up your decimals. Minus 3.30. 4 minus 0 is 4. Up, can't do 2 minus 3, got to borrow. So 12 minus 3 is 9. 4 minus 3 is 1. 1.94. 8 more problems, guys. We got this. How many times does 5 go into 210? It's okay to have a remainder. All right. So, but we're going to do it as a decimal. So 50 can't go into 2. 50 can't go into 21. 50 can go into 210. Think about it. $50 bill. There's 2 of them in a $100 bill. So how many $50 bills and $200 bills? 4 of them, right? Because that would give you 200. 10 left over. Decimal, decimal, extend. 0, carry it down. How many times does 50 go into 100? 2 times. And there's your answer, because we're left over with nothing, 4.2. Here we go. We have 5 positives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4. The opposites cancels out. So these cancel out. Those cancel out. See ya. See ya. I'm left with 1 positive sign. So my answer is positive 1. We'll talk about this in specific, but go ahead and copy this down for now. This is keep, change, change. Keep, change, change. So this becomes negative 10 plus positive, right, 4. So I'm going to put down 10 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 4 positive. 1, 2, 3, 4. Opposites cancel out. I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but they're negatives, so negative 6 is my answer. Number 36, keep, change, change. Keep it like it is. Change that, change that. I just get 5 plus 3. I don't need to do symbols here. I know what 5 plus 3 is. It's 8. Number 37, count your decimals. 2 decimal places, 1 decimal place. So in the end, we're going to have to swoop 3 times. So 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 0 is 0. Lay an egg. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 0 is 0. Add it up. 3, 7, 2, 0. Remember, I had to swoop 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So my answer is 0.273. You could put the 0 out front if you want or not. Number 38, we need to rewrite this problem without a decimal out front. So 23 into 1, sorry, my fault. 23 into 11.5. Make sure you copy it exactly like that. We'll talk in more detail later on why that is. So 23 goes into 1, no. 23 goes into 11, no. 23 goes into 115, yes. 3 times what number will give you a number that ends in 5? Let's try 5, because I know 3 times 5 is 15. So let's do that. 15, 5, carry your 1, 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1. Oh, look at that. It's 115, 0.5 is your answer. When you divide fractions, you flip the second fraction and you multiply. So 1/2 times, now flip these guys, 5 over 4. And now I just multiply straight across. I do 1 times 5, I get 5. I do 2 times 4, I get 8. 5 over 8. And when I multiply fractions, I just multiply straight across. So last problem, I do 3 times 7, I get 21. I do 11 times 11, I get 121. And that is my answer, 121 over 121. So that is an AIMSweb. You just did that in 12 minutes. Hopefully you showed all the work just like I do. You will see a bunch of these all year long. This is our first level. Hopefully we'll make our way up a couple more levels. But you will have a very similar sheet with different numbers on Friday. 1.6, homework 1.6. Use this video for homework 1.6 for help. Okay, so you're going to use the homework video 1.4 to help you on 1.6 when doing homework on Friday. You don't need to do it right now, but keep it in mind for Friday. That Friday homework is due Tuesday. This homework is due tomorrow. All right. Good luck, guys.